So Black Flag Resynced is barely out of the door, and I believe Ubisoft are already lining up the next remake, and according to the leaks, it might be Assassin's Creed 1. Now, like always, nothing is officially confirmed, so take everything I'm about to say with a huge pinch of salt, but it comes from leakers that are known to get things right, such as Jonathan and Tom Henderson. And honestly, if it's not AC1, then I'm not sure what it's going to be, because AC1 needs this remake the most by a mile. Now, it's the only mainline Assassin's Creed game you can't play on modern consoles right now. Look, the story still slaps harder than my dad after coming back from the pub, and Altair's whole journey is a proper classic, but the gameplay, it's kind of rough right now. It plays fine for its age, but half of the design choices hold you back in ways that drive a modern player up the wall. And the funny thing is, if you were remaking the series, I'm surprised AC1 isn't where they started. You know, you go in order from the foundation upwards to the latest titles, although the latest ones obviously don't need a remake, so let's not give the RPG titles a remake. Thank you, Ubisoft, please, thank you. But Ubisoft kicks it off with Black Flag Resynced, and I know why they did it, because it's a very popular game that a lot of people wanted to play again, and it's a fantastic remake, but I think the next one should 100% be Assassin's Creed 1, and what makes it even more perfect is that the game's 20th anniversary is November 2027, so next year is sort of the perfect time to give us this remake. But let's talk about what things need to change and how I changed them, and let's start with combat. Now, AC1's combat is pretty basic, and if you disagree, then I'm sorry, but you're kind of wrong. You hit the enemy until their health bar drops, and yes, there are enemy health bars that look like little diamonds above the enemy's head, and you know, they're not just an RPG thing, but once those are depleted, Altair does an animation takedown, and the enemy gets killed, and they die there, and you just orphan some poor little kid, so I hope you're happy about that. But there's also the combo system, which was introduced in AC1, which means you parry and you counter kill. You can't transition from one enemy to another, continuing those takedown kills. That wasn't introduced until Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, so maybe they could bring it back, because that's definitely something I think they would need to do with this combat system. But the things AC1's combat got right that Black Flag Resynced got wrong were the weapons. In AC1, you got the hidden blade, dagger, sword, fists, and you can swap between them all freely mid-fight whenever you want, and I think that needs to stay. So I actually really enjoyed Resynced combat, the chains, the finishers, all of it, but they took out the hidden blade combat, the dagger, the fists, all of them freely mid-fight whenever you want. It's sort of gone within this remake, and it's definitely something a lot of fans wanted to be in it. You know, I want to be able to disarm an enemy, grab their weapon, kill them with it, and then do the same to other enemies, and that should be staying within the game. And so I think for AC1, you have to do both. Take Black Flag's action adventure combat, the flashy chain takedowns, and then bolt the weapon variety back on top of it. Let me choose my weapon mid-fight, let me vault over an enemy's back and gut him with a dagger, then let me disarm a guard and turn his own sword on him, and then let me turn to the other enemies and use my hidden blades. It's everything great about the original game, just cranked up to what's possible now with the different animations and just how cool you can actually make it. Yeah, I think they definitely need to keep that in the game and do not lower it to what Black Flag Resynced did. Also, the weapon wheel, I really like that. I like that in the previous games. Just bring that back, please. I think it'd be a really cool addition, and it's definitely something we need in the game. Now let's talk about stealth, because stealth in the original AC1 was not great and it left a lot to be desired. My simple fix is just put AC Shadow stealth into the remake, because for all of that game's faults, the stealth was the best in the game, and it's the best in the entire Assassin's Creed series, with the crouching, crawling, hiding in the shadows, chucking a throw knife to kill a light source and then meld back into the shadows. It's an insanely cool feature system, and it's definitely something that they need to keep pushing into the next Assassin's Creed game. I mean, picture that in the tight packed cities of AC1, in Damascus, in Jerusalem. It'd be incredible. And this is where I've got to bang on a bit about Black Flag Resynced again, because stealth was somewhat the worst part of that game for me, and a big chunk of it came down to the tools available to you. There were no throwing knives, there was no way way to make a guard move to a new location. I thought we would be able to grab a rock off the floor, throw it into a different part of the courtyard or whatever it is, and have the guard move over there. That wasn't possible, so you either had to assassinate them, wait till they moved, but a lot of the time you just couldn't assassinate a guard without being caught by another one, and it got really tedious. So in an AC1 remake, I need different stealth tools similar to what we had in Shadows, and of course in Assassin's Creed Mirage. Mirage takes place before AC1, and they have so many different stealth tools within that game, so why not have them in AC1 Resynced if that's what they're going to call it? I think that'd be pretty cool. Give Altair more stealth tools, have him be able to do more stealth things, and just make the stealth overall a lot more better to experience, experiment with, and yeah, just Shadow stealth with Mirage's toolkit. I think that would be pretty cool. And of course, you know, make it fluid and just more fun to play. Oh, and also give the hood toggle, like that should just be standard now in every single Assassin's Creed game. And yeah, we pretty much got perfect stealth right there. Moving on to the open world, and again, it's all pretty simple. I say it's pretty simple to talk about. I don't know how simple it is to implement into a game. AC1's world was a bit barren, so I feel like we should fill it out, make it look better, and make it feel more alive. You can expand all of the bits in between each cities, the roads, the countryside you ride through to get from city to city, because in the original game that stuff was somewhat dead. You can chuck in new side quests, add random activities, things you can actually stumble across. You make the world feel lived in instead of a load of empty space with a couple cities bolted onto it, and for the love of God, get rid of loading screens between locations. We know it can be done because Black Flag Resynced did that, so there's no excuses. And this would open it up into a more, I'm gonna say it, RPG type map, where we have this huge location, but there's cities located in between them. It's not just barren fields, it's not just small little villages we don't want to be in. It's condensed, big, parkour, amazingness type of thing within these cities. You know, we go from Acre to Jerusalem, and there's things in between them, yet the cities are still huge and ripe for parkour, stealth, those type of missions. You know what I mean? It's something the RPG games sort of did okay with their open worlds. Now there's a chance to condense that all into one singular map, country, whatever you want to call it, but with these big cities that we want and that I think we need within an Assassin's Creed game. I'm saying the map needs to be RPG-esque, you know, open and with variety. Nothing else has to be RPG. Nothing else. Okay, I'm just gonna clear that up right there. They should also bring back those little micro events that we had in Black Flag Resynced, you know, the ones that dropped you a bit of loot. Bring those back, but crank them up to the max. And I think we should have some that tie into the actual lore of Assassin's Creed and the Brotherhood, and so they mean something instead of just being loot hunts and that sort of thing. I think that's how you make this world worth exploring. Maybe you hear something or an NPC or, you know, another member of the Brotherhood while you're in Masyaf speaking about a hidden treasure or a location that has some cool armor. You can then go there and find, I don't know, like Basin's armor or something. Again, I don't know how that would work, but something like that I think would make the world more lived in and make you feel more like you are part of this Assassin Brotherhood world type of thing. So yeah, expand it, make it better, make it fun, and just enhance everything we know and love about that game's open world. And then there's the big one, which is the modern day, and I'm going to say this, it needs to stay within the game. The modern day Desmond, Abstergo, that was one of the best parts of early Assassin's Creed games for me. It gave the whole thing this creepy, futuristic, sci-fi mystery running underneath all that different history. And more than that, it gave you a reason to even be in the Animus in the first place. To be fair, the modern day in the original AC1 can sometimes be a bit stale, a bit robotic. You're just wandering around this lab learning about the mysteries, and yeah, it can be cool, it can be creepy, but I feel like they need to enhance that again a bit more. So yes, they can't cut the modern day, it needs to come back. They cannot do a Shadows or with Black Flag Resynced and just put it into the Animus hub with these rifts. That can't happen. They need to make it more impactful and bring it back. Personally, they should make it so we are Desmond's son, reliving Desmond's memories. Therefore, we're going back into Altair's memories. Do something like that. Have it linked to the modern day assassins and have that lineage continue. I think that would be pretty cool and definitely something they can do. Lore-wise, it really connects it and ties it all up together. So Ubisoft, if you're watching this video, do that. That's that. You can have that idea. Just give me some money. Nah, I ain't joking. Or am I? Or am I? Who knows? Who knows? But basically, do not strip the modern day out of AC1 or the Ezio trilogy or AC3. Have it intact. Bring Nolan North back. Have some cool new dialogue scenes. Maybe expand it more. And yeah, just give us something more with the modern day. Do not get rid of it, because that would just be terrible. So that's basically the video going over what I want for the next Assassin's Creed remake, with it being AC1, whether it be having expanded combat, the stealth being improved, and just generally the open world feeling more alive and integrated into the world and the story of Altair. So in the comments, let me know what you guys think about all of that. Do you agree with what I've said? What would you do, or what would you want in an AC1 remake? Let me know down in the comments section below. If you guys have enjoyed, make sure to like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and hope you all have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next video.